Hello, hello, hello. We're not starting yet. It's okay. Don't panic. If you're waiting on friends out front the club and they haven't turned up yet, it's okay. We've got time. This is me moving around and making sure that there's some noise so that you can see that it's not just a little GIF and you actually have some audio as well. So, are you looking forward to this? I'm looking forward to this. It's been a while. Let's go back to the slide thing. I'll see you shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting very soon. How's everybody doing? Good? I always love it when I say that because I'm in a dark room live streaming, and one day somebody's going to reply through the window and it's going to terrify me. We will start soon. All right, all right, all right. I think it's time that we got this show on the road. Is everybody ready? Do you all have your hot cocoa, um, alcoholic beverage, unalcoholic beverage? Are you hydrating? I have water. I'm good. I have my glasses cleaner and spray in case I fog up and get all emotional on you. Um, I have everything I need. Plus, I have pretty lights. So, yeah, let's get this show on the road. My name is Michael Pearson-Adams. G'day, everybody. MPA here from Waves. Obviously, MPA is there because my name is so ridiculously long that people don't get it right. So everybody calls me MPA. If you've been to one of these Waves live events before, these little shindigs, you may have seen my face before. Hello, welcome back. It has been a while since I've done one of these, and I feel like let me just that for a second. I feel like I've missed them. I've missed you. I hope you missed us. This is an interesting live event for me. It's a live stream about a product called Wave Stream. So it's a Wave stream. Uh, Here in a dark room by myself, entertaining myself with my dad jokes. Wave Stream is a product that we released a few months ago, and we released it. It's not a compressor, it's not an EQ, it's not a reverb, it's not a delay, it's not something that makes everything sound magical with dragons coming out of it. It's a tool that lets you share your audio from your DAW or your video editing like Premiere, DaVinci, etc., to anywhere with one click, so that anybody anywhere in the world can hear it real time, really high quality, near lossless quality, and you can do it all with one little touch. So it's something that we're very, very proud of. Why am I doing this stream? Well, I seem to do most of them, but the reason I'm doing this one as well is because the plugin technology that I'm about to share with you, I was and am what we call the product manager for. So for those of you who aren't aware of what a product manager does, a product manager, regardless of what kind of company you're a product manager for, is the person who goes, this is what we want to build, these are the parameters, this is who it's for, these are the things that we want to build into it, this is why. And then you work with the team that you have, and it takes a really, really dedicated, passionate team to make any of that plugins. So it's not a one-man job by any means. But the product manager is the one who kind of makes sure that the rudder of the boat is going in the right direction, hopefully. But again, it takes a team. I'm very proud of it. We're very proud of it. And therefore, we're going to, show it to you today. Now, before I start sharing my screen and talking about the product, I do want to set out a couple of little guidelines for you. This live stream is a cross-continent affair. I am in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. And if you thought I was in the States, I'm sorry, but you've got to catch up. I moved home. I love being home, but we work from anywhere in this company. So there's me in Australia. We have our VIP sales and tech support guys who are in the United States and in Tel Aviv. They are all in the chat, standing by, ready to answer all of your questions. So ask them anything. In the meantime, I will be guiding you through the questions that we know have already come up and we know need answering for a lot of you. And I'm going to do it in the most elegant and stylish way I possibly know how. And take into account that if you ask a question now, you may be asking something that I will get to in the next 20 to 30 minutes. So buckle up, grab your drinks. I'm good. Check. Right, so let's share a screen, shall we? Okay. So this is the DAW that I work in a lot. It's Studio One from Presonus. I love this DAW. There is no reason why, by the way, this is going to show you, it says failed, but there's a reason for that. I'll show you in a minute. The reason I'm using this DAW is because it's my preference. These plugins, like any of the Waves plugins, work inside of Pro Tools, Cubase, any DAW you use, as long as it's compatible with Waves plugins, WaveStream will work within. Now, there are two plugins and a web app inside WaveStream. And what you are looking at right now is the two plugins. The big one here, this is the Send plugin. So this is the one we're going to talk about first. And then we have the Receive plugin here, which I'm going to just, get out of the way for a second. Okay, that's gone. So what is WaveStream? WaveStream is a set of plugins that enables you to send audio from your DAW to anyone, anywhere in the world, regardless of whether they're using a DAW, or they're on their phone, iPad, computer, or anything else. And it does it with the simple process of hitting the big power button in the middle of the plugin. Once you hit the big power button in the middle of the plugin, we start creating a connection between you and the outside world. Next thing that's going to happen is you're going to see a QR code pop up. Boom, there it is. We're going to tell you down the bottom here, if you missed it, it said URL copied to clipboard, and you are now ready to send your audio to the world. So I'm going to press play in my session, and so there's my session. You can see that I've got level here in the plugin, and everything is good. Now, the first thing I want to do then is I want to send that link that we've copied to somebody, and I'm going to, in this case, I'm going to show you how Wavestream works with a simple web link first. So I'm going to go to my browser, I'm going to open up here, I'm going to paste, and this is what's going to come up on your screen. It's, let me just get rid of me for a second. There you go. Okay, so up on your screen will come this flashy, nicely designed web page. It's not salesy, it's not in your face. We wanted something that looks professional and smooth and also lets you share your audio. And there's a big player on the left-hand side that you then will just go or get your client or whoever you're sending to, click to connect. Once they've clicked to connect, then it will connect and it will tell them the name of the stream that's being sent to them, the sample rate of the session, stereo, and also give them the local playhead of where the person is in the door. So if we go back to my door here, you'll see that I'm live now. And you'll also see that this little guy here under the VUs that was gray a minute ago, now because me dash the person I'm sending to is connected in any form, this guy is now blue. So he's highlighted, and therefore you've got a visual at your end that somebody is connected. Now, if I press play again in my session, there's my views, etc. I'm going to go back to my web browser. Now you can see the playhead moving over here, and you can also see the VUs going up and down here, but you also see that it's muted. So why are we muting? We're muting because in any given audio scenario, and I've been doing this for a very long time, I've been working professionally in the music industry in studios for 35 years. One of the things that I've come across a lot is people not being ready with the correct volume of speakers for audio that is about to come through them. So rather than sending a stream and having them hit connect and automatically being blasted with audio, what we've done is we've created a default, so it's always going to be muted first, so that then they can see level coming through the VUs, know that it's coming through, and then unmute at their own discretion once they've set their earbuds or their speakers accordingly, so that no tweeters or woofers or eardrums get blown out. Now, at that point in time, then the web app will say live, and it will flash and pulse, and also the plugin will as well. Now, in both cases, if I wanted to mute the stream that I'm sending, I can always just, hit the big button now. So now it's muted, which means that over here, they're not getting anything. So if I go back to this, unmute it again, now you're hearing double. So I'm going to mute that again for a second and then go back here, mute this so that I can go back to my door. So that is the simplest way that you can send audio, is opening the plugin on your master bus, hitting the big button, we create the stream, you paste it, that's it. Once they've connected, that's it, you're playing live. And the latency on these plugins and the web app is really low. And the reason for that is because the technology that we're using with Wavestream is what is called peer-to-peer. So even though we're making sure that there's a secure, safe connection between you and whoever you're sending to, once we've done what we call a handshake in the cloud, then it's literally between you and them, baby. It's your connection to their connection straight through the internet. There is no cloud server, nothing to add extra latency. It all depends on the quality of your internet, and there's an hour codec in the middle to make sure all this works. Now, the other little caveat here is because of the fact that this is not going through servers technology and we want to make this as simple as possible so that you get the best latency and quality, every single wave stream can send to one person. So in my case, a lot of the time, what I'll do is I'll put a couple of different wave streams on my bus so that I can send to a couple of different people, because it is that simple that, so for example, okay, let's just do it now. So I'm going to terminate this stream. You can see if I look above my head here, you'll see that I have two wave streams on this session. So the first one, I'm going to double click here and I'm going to call MPA to Bogota. There's a really good friend of mine who I send a lot of mixes to, and he's in Colombia. So MPA to Bogota. Now, a lot of the time as well, while we're doing that, there's also a colleague and friend of mine in Miami, in Florida, that I also want to send to. In that case here, I'll go MPA to Carlos. So now I've got two streams. It's simple as I'm going to press that one, and then I send the links accordingly, and now we've got two different streams. My internet's fine. They're both getting what they want, and if I wanted to, I could adjust the levels accordingly, or I could do another trick that I like to do, which is a lot of the time I might send Carlos one mix and Chris another and get two different opinions. It's actually quite a lot of fun. So who is these for? Who are these plugins for? I can see at least one person typing that in the chat right now. If you work in the music industry and you need to get sign off on a track, a record, an album, a piece of audio, post-production, 30-second ad, 60-second audio for TVCs, then there are only a few ways of doing it. They can either be in the studio with you, or you can send files via the traditional ways of, WeTransfer, Dropbox, etc. Or you could do live streaming like this. This is, as far as I'm concerned, the fastest and most fluid way to do it, because you have the ability to send a link, get sign off or get approval, or if you're just singing a banger to a mate at 3 o'clock in the morning, have him go, yeah, this is a banger. And then you're happy, you can go off and do your thing. It adds a fluid, really minimal step to your creative workflow that gives you the ability to send and receive whenever you want without too many steps involved. Okay, so now, I mentioned a few minutes ago, we were talking about security. I was talking about security and how we like to make sure that the streams are secure. So, for example, we now have two streams that I'm sending to my mate Chris in Bogota and Carlos in Miami. Both of them happen to be busy, so one's deep in another session, the other one's gone off for coffee. One of the things that we wanted to make sure of is that there are no wave stream audio streams out of a DAW somewhere just hanging in the wind that you forget about, that somebody could listen to through a link anywhere. So if these streams that I've created and sent to these people do not get clicked on and confirmed and connected within 5 minutes, then they both will automatically, I was about to say destruct, a bit like Mission Impossible. They will both auto terminate. So at 5 minute mark, if there's no connection, then they will terminate, which means that you don't have any streams out there that you've forgotten about on a plugin in one part of the session. Or this is the other part of it, is if people are listening in a browser, I don't know about your friends, but I look at some of my friends' phones and computers and they have so many browsers, they don't know where audio is coming from half the time. So this little security thing that we've put in place with the termination at 5 minute mark, if there's no activity, then it saves you. It's one of those things that saves you. But it also means for people receiving that they don't have a million tabs open and then have to go, where is this audio coming from? And go through, and that's always annoying. Maybe that's just a thing that happens over my age, but it does happen. Okay. Now, let's go back through, and I'm going to close both of these. So let's terminate both of these. Again, when I hit leave, you'll notice it actually asks me if I really want to terminate. Why? Because every stream is a single use, again, for security. So once you've terminated a stream, that's it. You can't go back to that. There's no going back to that link. You have to create a new one. So let's get rid of those. Okay, so let's keep this one for now. Now, what else can I tell you about this plugin that's really cool? If I go, okay, so I'm going to hit the big button again. And do I still have audio in the session? Yes, I do. So there's the meters. So now I can use this meter here to control the send. So rather than just doing it from the door, I could also control the level that they're getting and I'm hearing directly from here. And then bring that back up to default. Now, the other thing that you may have seen is that over here on the left-hand side, we have this area that has mic and gain. This is so that you can actually communicate with whoever you're sending to. And the reason that it's there is because on traditional consoles, when you're on older consoles, especially when you want to communicate with an artist or whoever you're communicating with in a voice booth, you have a talkback button. What we've done is we've added a talkback feature here so that you can communicate with whoever you're collaborating with, regardless of whether you're just sending them to them in the web browser or whether they're using the receive plugin, which we'll talk about soon. So how does this work? Really simple. If I look at the top of my session here, you will see that I have a channel with a live microphone on it. You know it's a live microphone because the VU is going up and down when I talk, and when I don't talk, it just goes down because there's no going up. Right. This microphone is side-chained here into WaveStream, which means that, okay, so now we've got WaveStream, we've created a link. I'm now going to open a WaveStream receive plugin. I'm going to make sure, okay, let's paste. See if we've got the right link. I have so many of them. Yep, we do. Okay, cool. So now we're live in the send, we're live in the receive. You can see my timeline there. It's 120. It's 120 in the door as well. So all is good. Now, let's go back to my little talkback button. So again, you see the microphone is live, but if I look down here in the VUs of my door, it's not coming through the main mix. So where is it? I love this stuff. This is the kind of stuff that I live for. It's really geeky, but it's really, really useful. If you pay attention over here, let me make it bigger for you. So now the WaveStream receive is here. If I hit my talkback button, then you'll see that my microphone now is going directly from WaveStream send into the receiver. Why is this useful? I'll tell you. You've just connected with somebody. You see by the little blue man in the send plugin that they're connected to you. You then have the ability to go, hey there, okay, I see you connected. So this is a banger. Turn it up. I'm going to press play in about 5 seconds. And they're like, yeah, dope. Okay, so I'm going to press play. Now, that's the most casual use for the people out there that we made this for. A lot of you who we made this for are the users out there who are working at 3 o'clock in the morning and going, I just so want to play this to somebody. I have this tune. I'm so happy with it. I want to share this with somebody. Hit the big button, send it to them, hit the talk back. Hey, man, I know it's late. Have a listen to this. Text me back what you think. Right? The other use is for post-production. You could use this for, okay, so I'm about to play the 30-second ad. Now I'm going to play the 60. Now I'm going to play the TV audio. Or if you're a music producer and you're sending this link to, maybe your A&R guy, and you've got another stream that you're going to your the artist, you could use the talkback button for, okay, this is vocal up, this is vocal down, etc. So, and this is MIDI controllable, so you can trigger this by, put it onto a hardware piece and trigger it. Okay. The other thing that we added in here is this gain knob here directly controls the input level of that sidechain channel. So if you are talking and you realize that the signal is really low at their end and they can't hear you, just turn it up. So now, yep, they can hear it better. But if you talk too loud and you start to see yourself clipping, you can pull yourself down and then, yeah, I'm good now. Okay, we're good. The other thing which we added in was a lock toggle. So now once you've hit the lock toggle, okay, that microphone is now on. So it'll play when I'm playing my session, etc. as well. Depending on what level it is will depend on whether they hear it or not. So use that at your own discretion. Personally, I like having it so I click it and done. And again, you can control that externally. So that is what the talkback section is for. Now, the other thing which I want to talk to you about is the QR code. Now, the QR code, which comes up as soon. Okay, so let's start a brand new session. So let's go back here. Now I'm going to leave, terminate. When there's no session, there is no QR code. Why? Start this again, and then I'll show you. So press the big button. We're now creating a link, doing all the magic in the background. QR code turns up. I'm now going to get another version of me to explain the QR code. Other me, go for it. G'day everybody, MPA here with a quick rundown on Wavestream and how you can use it for checking your own mixes. Now we all know the drill with checking mixes. You typically do a mix down, send it to your phone, and listen back in lots of different settings. Wavestream just streamlines that step. You bring up the send plugin on your master bus, hit the power button, and once the QR code appears, scan it with your phone. It will open your browser so that you can click and connect, and your mix is right there on your device so that you can move with it wherever you go. I usually head for the car and do a drive. Set your DAW on loop before you head out. That way you can listen continuously and really get a sense of how your mix sounds in different acoustic spaces. So if you're interested in shaving off a few steps and getting to the heart of how your mix translates in the real world, give Wavestream a go. So that explains that, and I think it did it better than I could have by myself. I did do it by myself because that was me, but it was me with some edits and some trickery. The QR code, my friends, is for you. The QR code is so that you have the ability to go along, take your phone. Here's my phone. I'm going to scan the code on the screen. I'm now going to go back to here. So, all right, so that's there. I'm now going to click to connect, and it's going to connect to the session. And once it's connected, I see on my screen, let's move this over here, that I'm connected. Now I can press play on my session, and I'm good to go because I'm looped. I'm just going to go off and have a listen to it in the car. So if it's not in the car, it could be Bluetooth to the stereo in the living room or the clock radio or my earbuds. It gives me the ability to listen to a mix in speakers that are real world scenarios. And I use that QR code a lot. I'll tell you another use, that sometimes if I'm screen sharing at the same time as using Wavestream, then a client will get a bit impatient and they'll QR code my QR code through the screen that they're seeing through my camera and be listening to it before I've had the chance to send it. So there are many uses for this. Okay, so now let's talk about who gets Wavestream, who has the use of it, because a lot of you already have the ability to use Wavestream, and you may not know it. So let me bring up another tool here. Okay, so now we're in Wave Central. Okay, Wave Central. Let me make it full screen. Okay, and I'm over in my area here called Creative Access. Why? Because Creative Access users get Wavestream. It doesn't matter whether you're on Essential or Ultimate. You see, I have a few Ultimates here. I work for Waves. I need them in different computers in different scenarios. But you have the ability to use Wavestream, and it's already in your account. If it isn't, then make sure that you go in to your Wave Central, and then if there's an update, you can hit refresh, or it will tell you there's an update, and you can install the last plugins that were added to your subscription, and Wavestream will be in that installation. I promise you, it's like this tool is worth you spending some time with. It might not be something you use in every mix, but it is an amazing communication tool, regardless of whether you're passionate about just sending music and having people listen to it, or whether you need an artist or a collaborator or a client to listen to the audio. The other people who get Wavestream are Mercury Bundle owners who are under the Waves update plan. So if you own a Mercury Bundle, firstly, thank you for buying the biggest bundle. Secondly, if it's under WUP, as it says here, Mercury also includes Wavestream service for remote audio collaboration at $88.88 annual value. $88.88 is because the third way that you can use Wavestream, if you don't want to subscribe to plugins, it's fine. We get that. That's why we're still letting you purchase plugins as well. If you don't want to update a bundle you've already got, like Mercury, if you own Mercury, then you can subscribe to Wavestream for either $88 US dollars a year or $8.99 a month. And so that will give you Wavestream. So the three different ways that you can get Wavestream are either subscribing to it separately, if you don't want any other service but that. The other one would be Waves Creative Access. And in Waves Creative Access, you get Wavestream as part of both the Essential and the Ultimate. And third way is Mercury Bundle. If you're under the Waves update plan, you also get Wavestream. Now, if I go back to Waves Central here, which is our hub for installing and making sure that all your plugins, installs, and authorizations are up to date, and I go back to licenses, if you want to check what second licenses you have with your Waves update plan and your Mercury, you can go into the view up here and go, okay, right, show second licenses. Now this shows that I have a second license for my Mercury bundle. Now my Mercury bundle is here, V15. My WUP expires on August 31st of 2024. So if I go back in here, you'll see that my Wavestream subscription also expires on August 31st of 2024. And it will expire when my WUP expires. If I update my WUP in the meantime, then this Wavestream license expands and extends with it. So those are the people who get Wavestream. So there's an awful lot of you out there who don't know or didn't know, hopefully up until I just told you that Wavestream was something that you get. I see a couple of questions coming up have been answered already about this in the chat. Please go out and try this service. We're ridiculously proud of it, and it is an amazingly simple way for you to share what you're doing with your audio and your music and your life in a way that literally makes it easy for you and whoever you're sending to. Send a link, they click it, that's it. It's really cool. Now, there are other things we could go into, but these are the main crux that I wanted to talk to you about with Wavestream. So the chat is going to keep on going for a while longer. Please make sure that if you haven't asked a question yet, please do ask. We have a team ready, as you can see, who are answering things as fast as they can. In the meantime, that is me done. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're safe. I hope you're well. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. MPA out.